Today I like to, in a way, meditate on penance. Penance is such a beautiful gift given to the church, because in the Bible, biblically, it is repentance. But this repentance, the Catholic Church has given it like a penance for us. Now, penance means we'll always immediately think about confession. Now, what is confession? Oh, forget about it. Did you go for confession? Have you made your confession before the Lent could start? Or can you make your confession now at least? And in the confession, we will always hear the priest saying, for your penance say 3 Hail Marys, or for your penance say 3 Our Fathers. And we all go and say or not say, it's left to your conscience. But penance is something which you and I should know, that even though you do it as a ritualistic aspect, it has an effect on your soul, on your body, and your entire self. Now, how can that happen? Because the Catholic Church tells doing penance is not a punishment inflicted on you, but rather it is one's self that is going through atonement. Atonement for the sins that we have committed. Now, physically, there is no inflictions taking place in your body that your hand has committed sin, start hitting it. No. Your heart thought about bad things, start hitting it. No. Now, penance is something that you and I should know very clearly, because the Catechism of the Catholic Church in 1459, in number 1459, very clearly says, raised up from sin, the sinner must still intend to see that he recovers his full spiritual health. Now, spiritual health is important. For this spiritual help, you need to do penance by doing something more to make amends for your sin. So now, physical health, spiritual health is affected, because this body desires to do evil or intends to do evil. The spiritual health is also affected. Therefore, one must make satisfaction for or expiate his sins. This is what the Catechism of the Catholic Church very clearly says. One must make satisfaction. So penance is nothing but satisfaction. Spiritual health needs that satisfaction, because your body, your soul is affected, it is injured, and that is what we need to know. Therefore, we also see penance is meant not merely as a satisfaction for a new life or a kind of remedy for all our weaknesses, but rather also a vindicatory punishment of our former sins. That is what we hear in the Council of Trent, that which we know very clearly. One of the Council of Trent clearly spoke about the penance aspect. And that is the reason why we need to know satisfaction of penance is a prayer, or maybe a good works, or works of piety. That is what we clearly see. Now, my dear friends, when you make penance, or you do your penance, the satisfaction takes place in your entire self. That is for you to realize. And you don't count why this has happened, but rather you need to satisfy your body, for your body has been affected by sin. Right? Then how long? How many times I must do penance? Yes, as often as you fall into sin. Why do I fall into sin again and again? Because of the concupiscence of sin. Now, what is concupiscence of sin? Well, our first parents, Adam and Eve, tasted sin. They disobeyed God. They tasted sin. And because they tasted sin, we also have tasted sin. We are children of Adam and Eve. And once you taste the sin part, it cannot be removed. Your original sin can be removed, but the taste, what you have once did or had, will again ask, it will ask again, why can't I? Therefore you fall into sin again and again. That is, once you have tasted sin, you are prone to fall into sin, that is concupiscence. Now, if this is there in us, again I'm falling into the sin, I don't know, Father, again I fall into the same sin. Don't worry about that. But rather, see how best you make penance important and see whether this penance is giving you that satisfaction. And then you will find that slowly you will see that these aspects of thought, oh, I'm committing the same sin, and because you are committing the same sins again and again, you feel light. Nothing. The idea of sin is gone. But rather, remember, make a nice confession. And then see that you do your penance. And once you complete your penance, receive that satisfaction of your soul. Go for confession. Thank you.